Okay, how are you doing, Leo? Let's see what's going down with you this weekend. I ain't trying to be so dramatic and all that, but for some reason I come out dramatic because I'm me, baby. I can't be nothing else, and I love y'all even though what goes down must come up. Let's see what's going down in these streets with my good Leo. And y'all like, share, and subscribe. And all black magic is removed, won't penetrate through my devices. I love y'all, and y'all keep y'all head up and be strong. What's going on starting today and this weekend that we need to be aware of, Spirit? Tell me what I need to watch my cards. They kind of, I got to get some more. But, hey. Something about a twin flame. Something about a twin flame this weekend, and between now and this weekend. Someone here wants to show compassion this weekend. Someone regrets something they did in the situations, especially the pattern of being toxic. Someone regrets doing this to a twin flame, being toxic, and so they all in their freaking feelings because they were toxic as hell, man. Leo, somebody was so toxic, they wanted you to stay in them chains like they ain't no other. You ain't going nowhere, baby. You ain't going nowhere, baby. You like, I'm getting away from you. I'm getting away from you. Somebody was going through some toxic patterns, You have someone suffering in silence right now, though. Someone here is closed off and guarded from the whole situation. They like, I ain't even trying to hear this, man. I ain't trying to hear all this craziness and toxicities. Someone just ain't trying to hear it. They like, it is what it is. And I'm over this. So somebody don't want to go and hear none of that. They're closed off. See, someone here has some decisions they need to make right now. Leo, there's some decisions that need to be made. What's these decisions that need to be made right now? What's these decisions that need to be made when it comes to your belief on what you believe? There's some decisions on how you believe and what you believe. That's what you're thinking about. How things should go in your life, and being with twin flame, you got to make some decisions, and you're trying to decide, how you believe. See, some people don't believe the same. They don't. They think different, and they don't. See, someone here is trying to let down their control. They decided to stop being so controlling. They're going to let down their control. This Leo says, I'm tired of being so controlling. And someone wants to change the way they are. But somebody, this weekend they're feeling vulnerable, and they want to guard themselves, but they have to make change. You got to change your life. Change your life and win the way you feel about things. Especially when it takes to take action to begin in a new beginning. You can't be so guarded off when it's time to move in another direction. It's always another day, another lesson that you gotta learn. Remember that. You never get stuck in the same situation. So there's a divine detour right now. So there's a divine detour going on right now. And what else? So something can come to light and something can come out. Because the divine timing is here. Because someone had to wait on divine timing for things to start to come out that needs to be done. So you had to be patient. But something is coming to light. That's why it was a detour about someone's dark side. Someone had a dark side to them. Okay? So there was a detour made because of this dark side. In the truth. Somebody was hiding the truth. When it came to this unity they didn't want in the past. Someone didn't want this unity and this wish that didn't happen, and they feel isolated in their thoughts when the wish. So they fears make you limit yourself. See, when you're fearing everything. Well, I'm scared to go out there and do it. I'm scared. Oh, that's what limiting yourself. You're limiting your own dreams, your own path. Sometimes we can't be limiting ourselves this weekend because we don't want to see things for what they are. Because if it's toxic, and you gotta let it go. What else is going on here? Give me something on this reading here about this situation. What other information I need to give my Taurus some accurate information, so something seems toxic to you, and you're ready for change. It says my family looks up to me, and I feel like I can't let them down. Sometimes you always can't do what your family tell you to do. You got to do what's best for you, because we all have a different we're here different with different stuff we're supposed to do, our duties, and what we're here to do on earth. So you're going to do things different than everybody. It's called growing up and want to go and move to the next destination and make things happen. So you have to do it. You have to be glad, and you got to make change, and you have to start knowing that your family have to understand you're growing up and you're ready for change. You got to move forward. You can't expect family to always say, you. It says peace is coming. That's the highest thing you can have in your life. Archangel Shemiel is coming to bring you peace from remembering that only love is real. Only love is real. That's what gives you peace. Somebody could be named Robert. They're realizing this. They could have been born in August. These are some stars. Somebody named Ryan. Could be 44. There's some stars names that just used for abbreviation. Don't take the names that don't mean it's you. Somebody has a lot of anxiety. Somebody named Betty may be feeling a lot of anxieties because of an engagement ring. When it comes to a dark man that wants to take somebody out, allegedly. Somebody has a lot of anxiety when they know somebody wants to take them out, allegedly. Okay? You got a lot of dark thoughts about this person. You're starting about taking this engagement from somebody dark. Do you really want that? You got to look at the bad and the good. What is it going to do you if you're married to somebody dark? See, your FBI is watching you the whole time. The FBI is taping every part of the moves that you make. A white man or lady drama, they're watching this drama. It says Grandpa is here helping you the whole way. So you're not alone. Somebody may be experiencing some bad headaches, allegedly. A Taurus. Real bad headaches. Because where there is no guidance of people fall, but if there's abundance of counsel, there is safety. Proverbs 11:14. Stop whining and fight. The law is on its way. You need to stop whining about things and start fighting for what you need. I didn't lie to you about everything, somebody said. They didn't lie about everything. Somebody 56 in the past, someone said a storm was coming and it would be pretty bad. They didn't see this storm in the past. You wasn't watching the weather. Somebody wasn't watching the weather. That's why I wasn't watching the weather. They thought they could coast along with everything the same. Things have to change. They're going to change whether you like it or not. What else is going on here, Spirit? What else is going down here, Spirit? See, there was some binding spirits at a church. You needed to watch out. There were some spirits at church that wanted to bind to you, and you needed to watch out. They were trying to bind to you at this church. What else? There were some binding spirits. Wanted to bind to somebody has an OH in their name, allegedly. They might have binded to somebody with that initials. It says they scared for doing spell work that backfired. They're scared of the spell work that they ditched out. Now they're afraid. They're scared of that. And see, they don't want somebody to get gratulation. They didn't want this Aries to have no gratulations. And they didn't want to make start with this Aries. Okay? Somebody 65 and older, allegedly. Something about May. No one believes the copycat anymore, though. Because everything they said, it ain't what it is. Head games need to stop. They didn't want to stop the head games. Turmoil is coming because people need to tell the truth about these people. So it's always going to be turmoil. So until the truth come on, let's go. Tell the truth. Like, share, and subscribe.